While the grill is helping to keep Owen Chen warm, a few other things on his food truck are feeling the cold.
My olive oil's a little freezing, but that's not much. And I have to be careful with the water pipes.
And it is usually a scramble to take advantage of brief snow days in Metro Vancouver. Instead, the ground has been white in some places since before Christmas, with temperatures averaging 10 degrees below normal and unfortunately timed snowfalls with another big one on the way.
Getting 10 to 20 centimeters snow is quite significant given that the Vancouver average for January is about 12 centimeters of snow.
The Fraser Valley could see 30, followed by freezing rain, prolonged conditions that are a challenge to those without a home, with some shelters seeing signs of frostbite.
When it is a day or 2 days or 3 days of cold and snow or sleet, it's more manageable. We're looking at potentially extreme and fatal consequences for our community members who are experiencing homelessness.
While northern BC is also dealing with wind chills of -40, extreme cold that is spread across the country, with warnings in place throughout much of Alberta.
You've had 29 days in a row with below freezing temperatures.
The same goes for Saskatchewan, throughout Manitoba, and into northern Ontario, complicating a difficult situation for one remote First Nation dealing with a major outbreak of COVID.
There's no one there to cut the wood because it's COVID, and the essential workers that usually do this for the First Nation are sick themselves.
There will be some relief, at least in Western Canada, with BC temperatures returning to seasonal next week, and places in Alberta could see a 40-degree jump to just above freezing. Susanna De Silva, CBC News, Vancouver.
Well, for more on the situation here in British Columbia, let's bring in our meteorologist, Johanna Wagstaff. And Joe, take us through this kind of weather. We get it once in a while, but certainly not every year.
Not every year, you're right, Ian. It takes a unique setup like the one we're getting tonight. Basically a mini atmospheric river, a warm Pacific system colliding with this Arctic air in place across the province. That for us is the recipe for accumulating snow, changing over to rain with a freezing rain risk. But it has been quite the winter. Metro Vancouver already has 40 to 60 centimeters of snow this winter. So this is on top of that, getting almost 30 centimeters by tomorrow morning. And as you said, Ian, these events are becoming more unusual with our warming climate, but this still looking to be one of our top 10 snowiest winters of all time.
Challenging for people for sure, but also beautiful. Look at that background behind you and more snow coming. What is in store for British Columbia?
Yes, you're right. If you can stay off the roads and enjoy it, it is spectacular, but travel is going to be tricky because of that changeover. I want to show you the snowfall accumulations expected across the South Coast. More snow than we've seen in any of the previous events this winter. We're talking 10 to 30 centimeters for Metro Vancouver, with higher amounts to the north and over towards the island. But it's really that changeover to rain sometime tomorrow as the warm air winds out over the Arctic air that will lead to freezing rain accumulating for much of the South Coast. So ice on top of the snow, that's going to be a big problem before things warm up in the long range. And it is going to be rain eventually tomorrow, raining all through Friday. And Ian, the big warm up will come Sunday into next week. And I know that's a warm up that most of Western Canada is looking for as well. Finally out of the deep freeze after weeks of these kinds of temperatures.
All right, Johanna, thank you so much.
You're welcome.